have you ever felt like you're just guessing when you buy a stock? You see something trending, you hear a tip from a friend, and you just kind of jump in, crossing your fingers and hoping for the best. Well, today, we're going to talk about how to leave all that guesswork behind. We're going to see how some really powerful and accessible tools can completely transform your approach, turning pure speculation into a solid, informed strategy.
So here's our game plan for today. First, we'll talk about that common struggle, what it feels like to be trading in the dark. Then, we're going to see how the right tools can totally light the way. After that, we'll actually build a new research toolkit, master a super important pre-buy checklist, and finally, we'll map out that journey from being a reactive trader to a confident strategic investor.
All right, let's just dive right into it. The challenge of manual research. It can feel like you're standing at the bottom of a huge mountain of data, right? And you're trying to make sense of it all before your next trade. It is seriously overwhelming, and let's be honest, who really has the time for all that? So, this is a tough question, but you really have to ask yourself, are your decisions based on a deep dive into the numbers? Or are they maybe a little more of a reaction to market hype and all the noise you see online? Because that difference, it's everything. And this right here, this research mountain, pretty much sums it up perfectly. You're trying to track everything: revenue growth, net income, profit margins, dividend history, debt levels. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Trying to manually pull all this together for every single stock you're interested in is, well, it's a monumental task. The author of our source material, Adeyemi Adébánjọ, just hits the nail on the head here. He says speculation isn't an investment strategy. Real investing is about making decisions based on solid research and actual information. It's not about rolling the dice. So the question is, how do we get that information without spending our entire lives doing it? Well, this brings us to the turning point in our story. It's time to let the tools light the way for us. We're talking about a major shift away from old, dusty, static reports and jumping into the world of dynamic, real-time data. I mean, just look at the difference here. The old way meant slogging through these super dense annual reports that were basically out of date the second they were printed. The new way? We've got tools that take real-time data, process it, and even visualize it for us, making research fast, efficient, and honestly, kind of fun. And what's so cool is that these tools unlock powerful techniques like technical analysis. Now, this used to be something only the Wall Street pros could do. But now, anyone, you, me, anyone, can look at past prices and trading volumes to get a real sense of where a stock might be heading. So, what are these amazing tools that can put all this power right at your fingertips? Come on, let's build your new research toolkit. Our source material uses the Nigerian market as a really fantastic case study, and it highlights some great local resources, like the Easy Kobo platform. But it also points to global powerhouses like investing.com and Bloomberg. The main point here is that no matter what market you're in, there are powerful tools, both local and international, just waiting for you. Now, to really get a feel for what these platforms can do, let's zoom in on one of them. We're just going to use Easy Kobo as our example to see these awesome features in action. Okay, now this is a total game changer. Instead of researching companies one by one, you can see an entire industry, like oil and gas right here, at a single glance. You can instantly compare them on key things like PE ratio, which tells you how the market values their earnings, or their total revenue. It's just an incredibly efficient way to spot who's leading the pack and who's falling behind. And the charts are interactive. This isn't just some static picture. No way. You can set your own date ranges, and as you move your cursor along the price line, it shows you the exact price and the trade volume for any single day. This is how you really bring the data to life. Okay, so you've got the tools. Awesome. But a tool is only as good as the person using it, right? This brings us to a super disciplined 4-step routine that you should follow before you even think about clicking that buy button. And listen, this part is absolutely crucial. You need to make this a habit. Think of it like a pilot's pre-flight checklist. Every single time, you follow these 4 steps. Check the 52-week range. Compare the price momentum. Analyze the trade volume. And then review the pending bids and offers. So first up, the 52-week high and low. This range gives you instant context. I mean, think about it. Buying a stock when it's near its lowest point of the year gives you a whole lot more room for growth, more upside potential, than buying it when it's already near its peak. Simple but powerful. Second, you jump back to those interactive charts we just saw, and you check out the stock's recent momentum. Is the price trending up, down? Is it all over the place? This visual check gives you a real feel for the stock's personality, its stability, and how it's performing right now. Step 3 is all about analyzing the trade volume. This is basically a stock's popularity contest. A high volume means lots of people are interested. They're buying and selling. That suggests confidence. And just as important, it means it'll be easier for you to sell your shares when you decide it's time to cash out. The author shares this personal rule, and it's pure gold. He says he avoids stocks with low trading volume. Why? Because if no one else is trading it, you could get trapped, stuck holding shares that you literally can't sell, maybe even forcing you to take a loss just to get out. And the final check, right before you pull the trigger, is to look at the pending bids and offers. This is like getting a live peek behind the curtain of the market. You can see how many people want to buy versus how many want to sell, and at what prices. It's an invaluable, real-time snapshot of supply and demand. So when you put all of this together, you've got the tools and you've got the routine. Something fundamental really starts to shift. You're moving away from just being a reactive trader to becoming a proactive, truly informed investor. And hey, the work doesn't just stop after you buy. Here's a great pro tip from the source material. Use a simple tool like Google Alerts. You can set it up to email you anytime there's breaking news about the companies in your portfolio. It's an easy way to make sure you never miss a key development. Ultimately, this is what it all boils down to. The goal isn't to be a fortune teller. Nobody can predict the market with 100% certainty. The goal is to stop guessing and to start using the incredible tools we have to analyze, to understand, and to make every single move with genuine, well-earned confidence. Look, by embracing these tools and adopting a disciplined strategy, you can fundamentally change your relationship with the market. You can go from guessing to knowing, from speculating to strategizing. All the information is out there. So the real question is, are you ready to use it and trade with confidence?